The following is a fictional fan-made story created by Kurapika's Judgment Chain, and contains BXB, or GXG ships. Subscribe if you want, and like the video if you like the video. At Mito's house. And Mito, I broke my fishing rod. What happened? He was trying to make us fly. But you can already make yourselves levitate, can't you? Yeah. I told them it was a stupid idea. You think that old thing would have snapped in two after catching the master of the swamp? Nanika, do you think you can fix it? Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. I'll get it. Gon opened the door to see Leorio standing on the other side, holding a suitcase. Leorio, why are you holding a suitcase? Did Kurapika kick you out? Kahlua, no, I wasn't kicked out. I decided to leave on my own terms. May I come in? Absolutely. Everyone sat at the dining room table while Mito made tea for everyone. So, tell us everything. Me and Kurapika decided to spend some time away from each other. So you didn't break up? No, we're just taking a break from each other. But we've agreed not to see other people. Mito placed a cup down for everyone and poured the tea. Mito, if it isn't too much to ask, would you let me stay in your guest bedroom for a week? I'll help with bills, and I'll be sure to stay out of everyone's way. Why didn't you just sleep in your guest bedroom at your own house, Kahlua? Gon kicked Killua's leg under the table. Ow. Kurapika suggested I stay in the guest bedroom. But I felt like that wouldn't help with the whole needing space thing. Are you gonna give us the tea or not? Aluka, I just poured the tea. She means the gossip. Oh. Well. Sorry, Mr. Leorio, we didn't mean to pressure you into sharing personal information with us. No, it's fine, you're letting me stay in your home, so you have the right to know. It started this morning. Cue flashback. Leorio is cleaning out the storage room in the Leopika house, when he came across a teddy bear wearing a white bandana, neatly placed in a box with old blankets wrapped around it. Leorio examined the bear closely while making a confused face. Hey Kurapika, when did we get this bear? What bear? Kurapika entered the storage room, freezing in place once he saw the teddy bear as a nervous expression appeared on his face. Leorio held up this teddy bear to Kurapika, with a suspicious look on his face. Everything will be explained soon for people who didn't watch the Chrollo Kurapika date video. Where did this thing come from? I'm not sure. It was wrapped in blankets, one of us must have wanted to keep it safe. Maybe it's an old bear one of us kept from our childhood. Well, it can't be mine, because I was too poor while growing up to afford a teddy bear. And everything you owned was destroyed when those psycho spiders attacked your village. Also, this teddy bear looks rather new. Maybe the old homeowners left it behind. That can't be. These blankets it was wrapped in belong to us. How strange. Should we just throw it away? No. Yeah, you're right, it would be a waste to throw away a perfectly good bear. How about we donate it? Let's just put it in a junk box and leave it in the back of the storage room. Alright, enough of this. What's with the teddy bear, Kurapika? What do you mean? I know you well enough to know when you're hiding something from me. So spit it out. Alright. Cue memory of how Kurapika obtained the bear. Can we play that game? I want to try winning that teddy bear. Kurapika points towards the prize section where a stuffed bear wearing a white bandana hangs. Absolutely, but why that bear? It reminds me of you because it's wearing a white bandana. Chrollo blushes. Kurapika and Chrollo both take turns playing the game. Despite both being experienced in combat, they both suck at the game. I'm not very good at this. You can swing around your stupid little chains, but you can't get a ring over a dumb bottle. Silence Finks. Chrollo ushers over the park employee managing the game. How much for the bear? Sorry sir, I'm not allowed to sell it. You can talk to the park owner, he has the authority to sell it. We could just take it. No stealing, we'll talk to the park owner. Don't do that, let's just try the game a few more times. Don't you want the bear? I do. But it won't be very rewarding if we take the easy way to get it. Alright then. After a few more attempts, they finally win the bear. Kurapika happily hugs his newly won bear in his arms, and smiles. It's adorable. I'm glad you like it. It makes it more special because not only did we work hard to get it, but we had fun and made memories while doing so. Yeah, you're right. That's how I got the bear. So let me get this straight. That freak, Chrollo, kidnapped you, paid someone to put Nen on you, so that not only would you fall in love with him, but you'd also hate me. He kissed you, professed his love for you, then let you go because he claims you, made him a better person. Obviously, he's just trying to manipulate you and mess with your head. Then the freak, still Chrollo, left the bear on our doorstep for you. And you kept the damn bear. Leorio. Not only that, but you felt the need to keep this a secret. I'm sorry, I was going to tell you about it. But then that stuff happened at Aluka's tea party. You mean when you confessed to me that you, just might, have feelings for him. I understand the combination of all this is worrying you, but please don't cut me off when I'm speaking. And please refrain from yelling at me. Don't you get it? What? You're probably feeling this way because you still have the bear. It probably has some kind of Nen on it, making you still believe you have feelings for that psychopath. Leorio, me and Chrollo obtained that bear together. How could he have tampered with it? He was alone with it for several hours. He probably got the same person who put that love spell on you, to put it on the bear. I see where you're coming from. But we need to destroy the bear. No. Kurapika snatched the bear from Leorio. You said that you trust me. You said that you'd try to understand why I feel this way, and that you'd support me through this, remember? Not only as my boyfriend, but as my friend. I do trust you, I am supporting you through this. And I now understand why you have feelings for Chrollo. It's because of that bear, there's no other explanation. We need to destroy it. Kurapika held up the bear inches away from Leorio's face. There's no Nen on the bear, use Gyo. Leorio examined the bear using Gyo, to find no Nen on the bear. See, it's just a normal teddy bear. But there's gotta be an explanation. What? There's gotta be an explanation to why you have feelings for Chrollo. I don't understand it. So it's not about the bear after all. You're feeling insecure, and you're taking it out on me. I wasn't feeling insecure until I seen that damn bear. It even has a bandana like Chrollo has. I want you to get rid of it. I won't be doing that. Because it reminds you of your twisted dark romance with the man who killed your family. Well, maybe I should just leave. Let you be with your Spider-Man. Kurapika gasped. How dare you say something so cruel to me? Leorio makes a surprised face, realizing the impact of his harsh words. Kurapika, I'm so sorry. That was too far. I understand people say hurtful things they don't truly mean when they're overcome with emotion. Leorio held his arms out to hug Kurapika, but he backed away, denying Leorio's request for a hug. I don't want to hug you right now. I'm sorry. But just, let me keep the bear. Both are silent for a moment. Maybe I should stay somewhere else for a few days. To let both of us collect our thoughts. You don't have to leave. I can stay in the guest bedroom. Flashback over. After that, I packed a suitcase while Kurapika sat quietly in the living room. Damn, that's messed up. I can't imagine the hurt you're both feeling right now. I appreciate your empathy. And I know this sounds childish. But I just can't see myself going back there knowing Kurapika still has that bear. That is pretty childish. Kahlua, we're not taking sides. Sorry. This only happened a little while ago, maybe you'll both feel better tomorrow. Thank you guys. I'm lucky to have friends like you. Cut to Kurapika a few hours later into the night. Kurapika has been drinking for a few hours, attempting to numb the persistent aching in his stomach. He laid on the sofa staring at the ceiling, hugging the bear to his chest in one arm, and holding a bottle of red wine in the other arm that dangled off the sofa. A knock on the front door caused him to jolt up in a seated position. After taking a second to regain his balance on his feet, placing the wine bottle and the bear on the coffee table, he answered the door to see Chrollo on the other side. Kurapika tried to slam the door, but Chrollo stopped it with his foot, and entered the home. Why the F are you here? Haven't you already done enough damage? You still have the bear. The hell is it to you? Get out. I'm happy you kept it. How did you know about that? Damn stalker. I seen the bear on the coffee table. Oh. Well, why are you here? I heard you and Leorio got into a fight. Who told you that? Like I said, damn stalker. Your fight was about me, wasn't it? Because of that bear. It's none of your business. Please, just leave. Chrollo wrapped his arms around Kurapika's waist, hugging him tightly. What are you doing? Let me go. Kurapika began punching Chrollo on his head, but he refused to release Kurapika from their hug. Answer me honestly. Do you have feelings for me? Die. Chrollo moved his hands from Kurapika's waist to hold his face, then kissed his lips. Kurapika, enraged, pushed him back and punched Chrollo in the face as hard as he could, knocking him to the ground, also causing Kurapika to lose his balance from the alcohol he'd been consuming, and landed on top of Chrollo. You've been drinking, haven't you? I could taste it on your lips. Kurapika, inches away from Chrollo's face, stared silently, still wearing an angry expression. So tell me, how do you feel about me right now? I hate you. Suddenly, Kurapika grabbed Chrollo's shirt collar and kissed his lips for a few seconds before pushing him further down on the floor. Now in a full-on makeout session, Kurapika began to glide his hand down Chrollo's torso and began unbuckling his belt. Wait. Chrollo sat up with Kurapika still on top of him, stopping Kurapika from touching him any further. Kurapika, what are you doing? You want this, don't you? You're drunk. You can't properly consent to this while intoxicated. You would never do this if you were sober. Why would you care? You've done worse things. Kurapika took off his shirt, grabbed Chrollo's hand, placed it on his chest, then slowly moved his hand down his torso. It's not like you actually care about me. So why don't you just screw me and get it over with? Grabbing Chrollo's shirt collar again, Kurapika kissed his lips and pushed him to the floor once again. Stop it. Chrollo flipped Kurapika over, kneeling over him on the floor. Of course I actually care about you. If I didn't, I'd take this opportunity to have my way with you. But because I care about you, I won't take advantage of you like this. And besides, you're still with Leorio. Kurapika blushed as he stared up at Chrollo for a moment before pushing him off and standing up from the floor. Just get out. No, it's not safe to be this drunk without supervision. I'll stay until you sober up, just leave me alone. Kurapika grabbed the wine bottle from the nearby coffee table and threw it at Chrollo, hitting him in the stomach, spilling the red wine on his clothes, and shattering the bottle as it hit the floor. Just go away. Kurapika sat on the sofa and began to cry quietly with his hands covering his face. I'll clean up the broken glass. No, I'll do it later. Chrollo sat beside Kurapika. I'm sorry I threw the bottle at you. Are you hurt? No, I'm alright. It's you I'm more worried about. I'll be fine once you leave. I'll leave. But only if you tell me the truth. Do you have feelings for me? While keeping his eyes closed, Kurapika wrapped his arms around Chrollo's body, burying his face into Chrollo's chest. Yes. There's a sick and twisted part of me that actually cares about you. Are you happy now? Chrollo kissed Kurapika's forehead and hugged him gently. Thank you for telling me the truth. Now come on, I'm bringing you to bed. I thought you said you weren't going to take advantage of me when I'm drunk. Chrollo laughed. I'm not. I'm bringing you to bed so you can sleep. Oh. Perhaps when you sober up, shut up. Don't hold what I just said against me. Chrollo picked up Kurapika and brought him to his bedroom. Would you mind if I use your washing machine? Why would you need to? There's alcohol on my clothes. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Good night. Kurapika pulled the blankets over himself and rolled over in his bed to face away from Chrollo. Good night. Chrollo left the room for a moment and returned with the teddy bear and a glass of water for Kurapika, who was already asleep, quietly placed the water on the bedside table, and the bear next to Kurapika. The next morning, at Mito's house. Gonkalua Aluka and Mito are sitting at the dining table while Leorio makes everyone breakfast. I can help make breakfast, Leorio. Please allow me to. It's the least I can do after causing you all trouble. You're not a burden, Mr. Leorio. Leorio brought a plate for everyone to the table, each with burnt pancakes, rubbery bacon, and runny scrambled eggs. Whispering, I suppose Kurapika did all of the cooking. I thought about it last night. And I don't care if Kurapika wants to keep that bear. I don't need to be insecure about his feelings for Chrollo, because I know Kurapika hates him more than he likes him. Kurapika wouldn't touch Chrollo with a 10-foot pole. So does that mean you're going home? Yes. I greatly appreciate what you guys did for me. So to make it up to you all, how about I cook us all a dinner at mine and Kurapika's home? No, I mean, you've already done more than enough. Yeah. You don't owe us anything, friends just help each other. Leorio smiles at everyone. Well, let's dig in. Leorio began eating his hardly edible breakfast, while everyone shared uncomfortable glances with each other. Cut to Kurapika. Kurapika woke up alone, still shirtless, holding the teddy bear. The smell of cooked bacon is in the air. Oh, did I wake you? Chrollo appeared in the doorway with damp hair, wearing nothing but a bathrobe, holding a tray with a plate of perfectly cooked bacon and eggs, and a cup of coffee. Why are you? Kurapika made a surprised face as the memories of the previous drunken night before came flooding back into his mind. Why aren't you wearing any clothes? Relax, nothing else happened after I brought you to bed. I know that. Sorry, I was going to ask if I could use your shower, because the alcohol seeped through my clothes, but you were already asleep. I made you breakfast. You could have put on some clothes before doing so. And why are you still here? Chrollo set the tray on the bedside table and sat next to Kurapika. I didn't want to leave you alone. Kurapika glanced at the other side of his bed, which was unmade, as if someone had been sleeping there. Did you sleep next to me? Chrollo ignored the question, but yes, he did. I cleaned up the broken glass, but the wine stained your rug. That's fine, I have a stain remover. Where do you keep it? I wasn't able to find it. Quit acting all familiar with me. And go put on your damn clothes. Chrollo leaned in to kiss Kurapika, but was greeted with Kurapika's hand pushing his face away. We're not kissing again. I only did that because I was extremely drunk. Now please put on your clothes and leave. All right then. Chrollo left the bedroom and headed downstairs where his clothing waited for him in the dryer. Kurapika sighed and laid back onto his pillow, but was startled back up into a sitting position by the sound of shouting. Kurapika quickly ran downstairs to investigate the noise, where he found Leorio by the front door, looking furious and confused. What the hell is he doing here? Leorio pointed at Chrollo, who was still wearing only a robe as Leorio arrived home before Chrollo retrieved his clothes from the dryer. Leorio. It's not what it looks like. Oh really? Because there's a naked man in our house, and you're shirtless. So tell me, what does it look like to you? Maybe if you stopped yelling at him and let him explain, you'll get the answers you're looking for. Shut your damn mouth. Leorio, why don't we sit down and I'll explain what happened? Did you sleep with him? No. But we did kiss. A few times. I kissed him first. Leorio makes a shocked face. I'm so sorry, we agreed not to see other people. But I was extremely drunk. And I got alcohol all over Chrollo, so that's why he had to shower and wash his clothes. I took advantage of the situation. Don't be mad at him, Leorio, be mad at me. Without a word, Leorio turned around and walked out through the front door. Leorio, wait. Kurapika chased after Leorio and grabbed his hand. Don't touch me. Leorio snatched his hand back. Leorio, he wouldn't have kissed me if he wasn't drunk. I'm done. We all know he has feelings for you. And now you win, Chrollo, he's all yours. What are you saying? I'm saying that we're through. I'm breaking up with you. It's probably for the best. Since you can't decide which one of us you want. Kurapika looked down, his hair covering his face as teardrops fell to the ground. I understand. Kurapika, still with his head down, turned around and walked back into the house. I hope you're happy, Chrollo. You're a damn fool. You just threw him away over a drunken kiss. A kiss, may I add, that he deeply regrets. You just lost the best thing that's ever happened to you. You'll never find someone as good as Kurapika, because there isn't anyone like him. I'm done talking to you. You wouldn't even hear him out. You didn't even give him a chance to fix it. Chrollo, who has clothes on now, charged at Leorio, knocking him to the ground, and began punching him in his face. Chrollo, stop. Kurapika, after hearing the commotion, ran back outside. Please. Chrollo stopped hitting Leorio, and stood off the ground. Leorio, are you okay? Leorio said nothing, got in his car, and drove away. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. None of this would have happened if I just left when you first told me to. Wait. You're sorry that Leorio dumped me. I thought that's what you wanted. Of course I want you all to myself. But seeing him leave you so easily, it enraged me. He doesn't realize how blessed he is to have your affection, and he just gave it up without even trying to work things out with you. It's not your fault. I'm not exactly innocent in all of this. I cheated on him by kissing you. I betrayed his trust. Chrollo gently tucked Kurapika's hair behind his ear, exposing his tear-stained face. You haven't eaten your breakfast yet. How about I warm it up for you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm just going to go back to bed. Is there anything I can do for you? I just need to be alone for a while. Chrollo watched Kurapika walk back into his house before getting in his car and driving back to his own home. 7 days later, Leorio has been staying at Mito's guest bedroom, only leaving the room occasionally to eat and use the toilet. Gon knocked on the guest bedroom door. Leorio, may I come in? Gon entered the guest bedroom, where Leorio, with a fading bruise on his face, laid in bed covered in blankets, the room shrouded in darkness as the curtains blocked the sunlight from entering through the window. Hey Gon. How are you feeling? I'm not sure how I feel right now. I guess I'm numb. Kahlua entered the room. Are you just going to stay here forever? Kahlua. Well, how would you feel if Gon had feelings for someone else, then made out with that very person? I wouldn't know. Because he wouldn't have feelings for someone else besides me, let alone kiss someone else. If you're not going to be helpful, please leave me alone. I am being helpful. Yes, Kurapika did betray your agreement to not see other people. But have you thought about your own faults, instead of putting all of the blame on him? Kahlua, let's leave him alone. No. Leorio, Kurapika did a crappy thing, but you're not exactly innocent in all of this either. You said some nasty things to him, then left him alone with those thoughts instead of talking about what's bothering you both. You gave Chrollo an opportunity. Now Kurapika is probably even more conflicted about his feelings than he was before. You think I don't already know that? You don't think I want to go back to the way things were before I found that damn teddy bear? I know if I went back there, he'd take me back in a heartbeat, but I won't do that because I can't selfishly keep him to myself knowing he's confused about his feelings for Chrollo. He needs to decide who he wants to be with. Maybe if I was a better partner he wouldn't have fallen for him. You can stay as long as you need, Leorio. Just, please go take a shower, you're starting to stink. Aluka entered the room. Big brothers, can you take us to the park? Sure. You wanna come to Mr. Leorio? No thank you. I'm going to take a shower. Gon, Kahlua and Aluka go to the park while Leorio took a much-needed shower. After exiting the shower, Leorio remembered he had no clean clothes, so he wrapped a towel around his waist and walked back into the guest bedroom, where he finds Mito changing the sheets on his bed. Oh, sorry, I figured I'd clean the room while you were washing up. No, I'm sorry. I should have been doing that myself. I'll have your clothes cleaned for you shortly. Thank you. Would you like me to make you something to eat? I can wait until dinner, thank you. And thank you again for your kindness. But I don't want to overstay my welcome, so I'll start looking for apartments to rent. I don't think that'll be necessary. I'm sure you and Kurapika will get back together soon. You really think he'd choose me over Chrollo? Absolutely. You are a delight to be around. You care about the well-being of others, you're empathetic, you have a deeper bond with Kurapika than Chrollo will ever have with him. And you're a lot more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Thank you. Mito, being the sweet lady she is, leaned in to hug Leorio. She froze as she felt his bare skin on her hands, remembering he's still only in a towel. Sorry, I should tend to the laundry now. Yeah. Mito, still flustered by the attractive shirtless man so close to her face, lost her balance as she went to stand back up straight from their hug, falling face first onto Leorio's chest. A few hours later, Gon, Kahlua and Aluka returned from the park, spotting Leorio exiting the bathroom with damp hair, and wearing a towel around his waist. Leorio, I thought you were going to shower when we left. Mito exited the bathroom behind Leorio with damp hair, and a towel wrapped around her body. Leorio, you slept with my aunt. To answer Gon's question, yes, Leorio and Mito slept together, but you'll have to make up your own sex scene because this story is mainly about Kurapika and Chrollo. Cut to Kurapika, who hasn't left the house since the breakup 7 days ago. Kurapika is laying in his bed, cuddling the teddy bear when he hears a knock on the front door. Already knowing who it is, he makes his way downstairs and opens the door to Chrollo. Hey, have you been receiving my text or calls? Yeah. I just didn't know how to respond to them. Have you been eating? Yes. I know you still need space to figure out your feelings, but I had to check on you to make sure you're okay. Thank you for your concern. I'll leave you alone now. Let me know if you need anything. Chrollo pat Kurapika on his head, then turned around to leave, but was stopped by Kurapika grabbing his arm. Can you stay for a little while? Are you sure? I wouldn't be asking if I wasn't sure. All right, I'll come in. Kurapika moved aside, allowing Chrollo to enter the home, both sitting on the living room sofa in awkward silence. Should we watch a movie or something? Suddenly, Kurapika climbed on top of Chrollo, straddling him. I want to try something. Kurapika placed both of his hands on Chrollo's torso, sliding them up his chest, past his neck, then held his face and pulled him into a kiss. Chrollo put his hands on Kurapika's thighs, kissing back for a moment before breaking the kiss. Are you sure about this? I've thought about it for a while, what it would be like to be with you, and I still can't decide. So maybe this will help me make up my mind. Kurapika lifted up the bottom of Chrollo's shirt, motioning for him to take it off, to which he obliged. Damn it. Chrollo, with an intense expression on his face, flipped Kurapika over to lay on the sofa, positioned himself between Kurapika's legs, and continued their kiss with a slight aggression in his movements. Lifting up his shirt, Chrollo left kisses as he made his way down Kurapika's torso, hovering his face above his pants as he unbuttoned them. You don't have to do that. Do you really expect me to be able to hold myself back right now? Chrollo slid his hands down the back of Kurapika's legs, removing his pants in the process. And don't expect me to stop this time. You're going to have to make up the rest of this sex scene on your own, as I'm really testing the limits on how much spice I can post on YouTube. The next morning, Kurapika woke up naked in bed with Chrollo sleeping next to him. Kurapika silently stared at him for a moment before turning over in bed to face away from Chrollo, and covering his face with his hands. Whispering, "Forgive me, my fallen family and friends, for I have sinned." Kurapika is startled by Chrollo hugging him from behind, then kissing the back of his neck. Good morning. Good morning. You regret it, don't you? Surprisingly, I don't. Chrollo smiled and tightened his hug. So what does this mean for us? Huh. You know I want a relationship with you, right? I'm sorry. I don't think it would work out between us. Because you're not over Leorio, are you? Of course I'm not. Kurapika sat up in the bed. How am I supposed to just get over someone I've been in love with for years? And even if I was over him, do you really think we could make each other happy? Do we even have anything in common? Well, we can never really know if we're compatible if we don't try, right? You already confirmed you're physically attracted to me. There's more to it than that. I understand what's keeping you back. It's because of my history with the Phantom Troupe. I'm sorry. I don't think I could ever love you the way I love Leorio. I'm sorry I got your hopes up. Chrollo stood up from the bed while Kurapika sat silently, refusing to make eye contact. I figured as much. Don't stress yourself out over hurting me, I'm not hurt. Chrollo. I slept with you knowing you would most likely choose Leorio. But this doesn't mean I'm giving up. Chrollo stepped closer to Kurapika, lifted his chin, then gave him a slow and gentle kiss on his lips. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Or if you need any desires satisfied. Don't tease me. Chrollo left the room and headed downstairs to collect the rest of his clothing that was left on the living room floor, leaving Kurapika sitting in bed, looking annoyed and flustered. After collecting himself, Kurapika gathered his clothes, which were also on the living room floor. Looking out the window, he seen Chrollo walk past Leorio, who was just getting out of his car. After quickly putting on his clothes, Kurapika went outside. You're here again. Leorio stared daggers at Chrollo as he walked past him. You win, Leorio. Huh. He still wants you. But if you ever take him for granted again, I'll be waiting to steal him from you. Chrollo walked away, leaving Leorio and Kurapika staring at each other in silence. Did you come back to gather more of your things? You slept with Chrollo, didn't you? Does it matter? You broke up with me. Answer my question. Yes, I had sex with him. Leorio ran up to Kurapika, who was standing in the doorway, and held him tightly in his arms, causing Kurapika to freeze in a surprised expression. What are you doing? I miss you. I miss waking up next to you. I miss how you try to cover up your laughter when I'm clumsy. I miss how you seem to make the sun come out on a cloudy day with just a smile. And as much as I hate Chrollo, he's right, I do take you for granted, and I didn't realize how blessed I am to have had your affection. I know it's selfish to keep you to myself when you have conflicting feelings. And maybe I'm not a very good person for this. But you're mine, and I'm not taking no for an answer. Leorio. Kurapika wrapped his arms around Leorio, both of them beginning to tear up. I don't care if you want to keep that damn bear. I'm never letting you go again, we will work through our problems together. But I slept with Chrollo, aren't you angry? I don't have much of a right to hold that against you, we were broken up. And besides, I slept with someone too. Who? Sorry, you don't have to tell me who. No, it's okay. I slept with Mito. You slept with Gon's aunt. Yeah. Are you angry? I'm not angry, I'm surprised. Mito is an extremely attractive woman. Is that an insult to me? Kurapika ignored that question. How did Gon react? Well, he interrogated me and Mito for an hour until we told him how it happened. And Mito made sure to tell him I treated her with respect so he didn't kill me. Kahlua and Aluka apparently made a bet on if we were going to sleep together or not, with Aluka betting in my favor. We have some weird friends. Kurapika walked to Leorio's car and took out his suitcase. Come on, let's put your stuff back where it belongs. In our home. You're taking me back. You said it yourself, didn't you? You won't be taking no for an answer. Kurapika set down the suitcase, stood on his toes to reach Leorio's face, then kissed his lips. I don't intend on letting you go again either. No more secrets, okay? And no more yelling at people we love. After returning home, Leorio began to unpack his suitcase, while Kurapika sat the bear behind a glass door cabinet in the living room, as it no longer represented negative memories. Instead, the bear now symbolizes a mended relationship that's stronger than once before. 7 days later, everything is back to normal. Gon, Kahlua, Aluka, Kurapika and Leorio entered Mito's home after hanging out. Kurapika, are you sure it's not awkward to see Aunt Mito after she slept with your boyfriend? You're just mad because you lost our bet. No, I don't find it awkward at all. I would have slept with her too if I had the opportunity. Can we please stop talking about my aunt's sexual history? Everyone's attention is drawn to Mito exiting the bathroom with damp hair, and a towel wrapped around her body. Chrollo exits the bathroom from behind Mito, also with damp hair, and a towel wrapped around his waist. Hello everyone. Chrollo, you slept with my aunt. Ha. Aluka, you owe me $10. How many bets have you two made about people sleeping together? Chrollo, have a seat, we need to talk. Hope you enjoyed the video.